Scorpio, this is your summer 2022 shapeshift reading. We're looking at the shape you're shifting out of, the shape you're shifting into, and what that shapeshift looks and feels like. I'm your reader, Amanda. Let's get into it. This Page of Swords has been on the bottom of the deck through this whole shuffle, and it was a really important card in the Cancer reading. So if you have Cancer placements, or even if you don't have significant placements, you have it somewhere in your chart, maybe that reading is going to be important for you, head over there. It's Cancer's summer reading called Waiting on the Word, or Waiting for the Word, something like that. Go get it. It might be important. Okay, Scorpio. We're reading for Scorpio summer 2022, or whenever you find this reading. Okay, what's the shapeshift for Scorpio? Okay. Well, yeah, exactly. Blood moon, for sure. This is on the bottom of the deck. It's Temperance, but I particularly want to point out that blood moon in the background, which talks to me of the Scorpio lunar eclipse blood moon that we had here in May 2022. Just saying. I think this eclipse cycle obviously is pretty intense for anyone, but especially Scorpio Taurus placements, and it's showing up. So I wonder what happened, or what started to culminate or peak around that time for you. Your shapeshift. Shifting out of the Five of Swords into the Four of Coins through the air, Scorpio. What? Okay, check this out. This is the coolest reading so far. Okay. The air card is turned on its side. Normally the ground would be on the bottom and the air would be on the top. In this particular collage, the air is to the left, touching the Swords card, which is the air element. The ground, or the earth, is on the right, touching the Coins card, which is the earth element. Like, come on, hello, look at your shape shift. That is so literal and amazing. Okay, so there's something here about the necessity of clearing the air of drama, conflict, bickering, mental strife about things you can't control, or maybe trying to control things that just, it's not your monkeys, not your circus sort of a situation. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of intense swords around you, and I don't know, it looks a little dangerous in there. There's a lot of sharps, you know? It's like if you stick your hand in, you might get stuck. The air card is sort of lifting us up to the highest essence of the element and reminding us how important it is for you to have a clear mind. You know, like clear the clouds of the Five of Swords and the intensity of all of that, and find this peace place, because with the Four of Coins, there's something really major shifting in your foundation. Like something about your roots, the ground you have stood on, is changing, is maybe being stripped down to its most basic framework. And so this is a continuation of your eclipse season reading from the spring 2022. It was called Scorpio Bear Witness. Go check it out, because it is absolutely tumbling us into this reading here, because that reading really talked about that eclipse energy of like your whole life changing overnight and you just holding the center, like detaching a little bit so that you can just be witness to all of the moving parts that are now swirling around you. And you're here, Scorpio, just trying to hold the center. And that's what this feels like, a continuation of that. And it's really emphasizing this transition for you is happening on the earth plane. Like maybe you are changing jobs, maybe you are moving house, maybe something very foundational in your family experience is changing, maybe all of the above, because I know when it rains, it pours. Especially in eclipse season. And the thing you need to hold any kind of sense of security, safety, and ground during all of this is a clear mind. Clarity through the confusion. You know, it's just like cut through all of the possible truths with just your truth, you know? None of all of this other conflict or drama, or it could be really easy to get irritated and bickering at this time, especially like when everything in our lives are changing. You know, when you go through a massive transition, okay, like you're moving house. It's one of the most stressful things a person can do. Move house, get married, have a kid, or whatever. Like move through a death experience. Like there's all of these major milestone moments that are some of the most stressful things that can happen to a human. And it feels like you might be going through one of those. Like I would say in some cases, a job change is absolutely part of that. Could be part of that. When you are experiencing that level of foundation shift, like shifting tectonic plates, it is very easy to get snippy and irritated and have a short fuse because you're stressed, because things are scary, because you don't have your feet on the ground like you normally do. And if you're feeling ungrounded, the mind is the first thing that jumps into fears, worries, anxiety, stress, conflict, strife, spirals. What do you need to do, Scorpio, to cleanse your dome so you can hold tight during this shift? Because that's what the Four of Coins feels like to me. Something in your life is going down to bare basics, bare essentials, basic framework, down to the scaffolding, and you need to hold it down. You need to hold tight, you know, and feel like you can at least hold on to yourself in all of that. Okay. We're going to dive into this a little deeper now. Scorpio, if you'd like to join me for the rest of this reading, click the link in the description and that will take you to the shifting space. This is a space where not only will you have access to this full reading, but all of the full shift readings. It's where we all can shape shift together and support one another in community. So we're there for at least this season and beyond. It's a really wonderful space. I hope you join us over there because I would love to explore this shift with you.